Ridging is very important because it promotes good surface drainage and provides a good environment for early growth of the crop.
For you to get good yields, you need to have a plant population of about 15,000, and that is determined by the inter-row and in-row spacing, which is supposed to be 1.2 meters, which is a measure from the center of this ridge to the center of this ridge, that side here. This measurement should be about 1.2 meters, and the in-row spacing between the ridges from this part to that part, center to center, within the same ridge, which is supposed to be 0.55 meters apart. When you calculate that and divide into 10,000, that gives you a plant population of 15,000 plants.
Compound C fertilizer can be applied at ridging using a tractor or within a week after planting mechanically by hand. Fertilizer should not be mixed in the planting hole. This causes retardation of growth and, in severe cases, death of the plant. Irrigated crops are planted in September. Rain-fed crops are best planted about 10 to 14 days before the expected onset of the rains. Even then, they will require up to 5 liters of water per planting station to ensure survival of the transplants. In cooler areas such as Marondera, it is recommended to end planting in November, whilst warmer areas such as Karoi can plant up to December. Top dress should normally be applied 4 weeks after planting, with an additional top dress required for most varieties at bud topping. It's recommended to use the soil test results and also to use a rain gauge to determine the amount of water that has fallen. Before using any chemical, read the label on the container. Eliminate all possible sources of contamination by destroying old herbicide containers or mixing drums. A separate sprayer should be reserved only for the application of tobacco herbicides. Keep tobacco chemicals separate from all other chemicals. All the herbicides recommended for weed control in tobacco can be phytotoxic to the crop if incorrectly applied. Topping and suckering are very important in controlling crop yield and grade composition. Failure to top and sucker will result in low yields of inferior quality tobacco.
As you can see between these internodes, this is now a sucker which is growing, and you can see this sucker is already more than 2 centimeters long. Therefore, this one has to be removed by hand. Applying a chemical, whether it's systemic or contact, will not control a sucker of this size. Right, suckers of this size now, which are less than 2 centimeters long, can be controlled using the chemical.
Suckers can be controlled more easily and more effectively by using a chemical sucker control agent